Okay, hi Countryside. Today's Friday, August the 29th, and right now I'm standing at the Phase 3 site. This portion of the Phase 3 site is the Four Seasons room, the indoor-outdoor dining flex space. You can see quite a bit of site prep work has already taken place. In fact, the footers have been dug for the perimeter of the building. Unfortunately, last night we had 1.5 inches of rain, so the majority of the footers have been washed out. So we'll have to drain these footers, pump the water out, put the rebar back in, and hopefully be ready to pour concrete for the footers now next week. The concrete was scheduled to be poured today, but obviously with a foot of standing water in the footers, that's not going to happen today. But hopefully next week we'll get the footers poured, and then at that point we'll build the concrete block wall, finish filling the site in, and get it pad ready. Let's head over to the other Phase 3 site. Okay, now in front of the clubhouse. This, of course, is the beginning of the portico construction phase of the project. Similarly to the outdoor dining space, we have the footers have been dug for the structure. Again, unfortunately, because we had 1.5 inches of rain last night, both footers are full of about 1 foot of water. So similarly, we'll have to pump both of these footers dry and rebar both of these footers, and then hopefully have concrete poured early next week, get the footers started, and get this phase of the construction project going. So let's head over to Phase 1 and check out what's happening over at the tennis complex. Okay, now I'm at Phase 1, which is of course the tennis court complex. Before I get into what's happening here, I just say we have four different sites being worked on with 6 total buildings going up. So there's a lot of activity, a lot of action going on at Countryside right now. With that being said, though, again, I'm on the tennis court, the tennis complex area, and what's going on today is this. As you can see, a lot's been done since last week. The block's been laid for all 3 buildings. The building to the far right of the screen is the storage building. Great sized building. It's going to serve our purposes very, very well. The next building where you see the 4 concrete or 4 pillars, that's going to be the viewing pavilion. Then lastly, to your left, this will be the restroom facility. Behind us, you really can't see the activity, but behind us, the site crew is finishing up on the stormwater management system that's being installed. Again, we had 1.5 inches of rain last night, so it's slowing things down a little bit. But today, as of today, the majority of the stormwater management system should be installed, with the exception of the tie-in back to our main system. So that portion of the project is just about complete. We'll be ready to start working on final grading next week and getting tennis court work to begin. So let's head over to the final building, the Wellness Center, and we'll see what's going on over there. Okay, now I'm standing, of course, at the Wellness Center. Before we go inside, though, just wanted to show a couple of things. Again, the carpenters are finishing up with the soffit trim around the perimeter of the building, and you can see now the vast majority of the roof tile has been installed. They'll finish that up today, and again, the roofing will be complete and finished. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go inside now and take a look around. Okay, here we are, our last stop for the day. Before we go inside, I just wanted to point out that all of the windows have been installed on the Wellness Center, as well as the doors. The doors have been installed now, so the building's weather tight. When we go inside, you're going to see, in the fitness room in particular, you're going to start seeing the drywall go up. So let's go ahead and go inside and do a short tour. Okay, as we go inside, again, you can see the insulation's up behind me. To our right will be the first office. This will be an enclosed office. Access will be to this office will be through the reception area. This is the reception area. There will be a reception counter and cabinetry building behind us. This is the doorway into the other office. Inside of this office will also include things like the rack system for the technology package. We have a lot of cameras that are going into this building. In addition to that, of course, the security system. We have audio video package, microphone system, many other tech-related items that are going into this building. So very large, as you can see, a very large rack system will be installed to support that technology package. So let's continue with our tour. To our right now, as we go in, this is going to be the fitness room here. This is almost 2.5 times bigger than our old fitness room. And what we have going on here today is the drywall's going up. So you can see some of the drywall for the ceiling soffits are being installed. Of course, in the perimeter of the room as well, drywall is going up. It's a little dark now because of the building being insulated. It's a little darker. So hopefully you're able to get a good idea of what's happening so far. As we continue with our tour, this room again, this is our yoga Pilates room. This is again a great sized room. It's going to be a great usable space for members for yoga, Pilates, and other uses as well. Again, you can see a lot of drywall stacked in here, and again, the room's been very well insulated so we can keep the noise out or keep our noise in. As we continue down the hallway now, it's difficult to see through the framing, but to the right, this large space and this web of framing is the men's locker and restroom area. There will be 2 showers, 1 sauna, 3 hand sinks, 3 urinals, a changing area, some lockers, and 2 commodes, one ADA handicap and 1 regular. As we continue on with our tour, again, this is all part of the men's locker and restroom facility. Beginning here, the remaining quadrant of the building will be the ladies' locker room and restroom facility. This is the side entry. This side entry faces the fountain and back towards the clubhouse. As we go into this room here, this is our smaller conference room. This is our smaller conference room. We'll have a large board table in this room, along with a portion of our technology package. Where I'm standing at right now, there will actually be a drop-down wall. Rather than a collapsible wall that we push off to the side, this one will be an electric wall. I don't know if you can see it in this video or not, but there's actually a motor above me. That motor will raise or lower this wall that'll divide this room up. So if we want this to be one large space, the wall is up. Or if we need a smaller meeting space or boardroom or conference room for a committee and things like that, this room would be ideal for that. The rest of the space is this large open space. The rest of the space is, again, it's a large meeting room, a large conference room, card rooms, things like that. Again, you can see the insulation is in, drywall is to follow. These 2 recessed areas to the right and left before the doorway. Again, there'll be some built-in cabinetry to the right. Same with the left. The built-in cabinetry on the left will also have a hand sink as well. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of where we are with the project. Again, the theme today certainly is drywall going up, and early next week, drywall will be the focus in this building. Next Friday, we'll do another video and get you caught up on where we are. Until then, have a great weekend, be safe, and we'll chat next week.